Asagara, you're doing a great job. I don't care what anybody else says, all right? They all know me. And this is why I spend my Friday night volunteering my time to come out and everybody that respects the police is one bad police encounter away from picking up a camera.
And await the next instruction. If I say left.
Oh look, all the masks get put on when the cameras show up. Isn't that convenient? Oh look, all the masks get put on when the cameras show up. Isn't that convenient? Scramble. No, they didn't get the memo, so this is amazing. It's utterly amazing.
Have a seat right on that black chair. Right in the
Exactly. Here's now Fresno. So just remember, everybody that's watching at home, most people don't realize this, but all the field sobriety tests are optional. What you're doing is you're giving evidence against you in a court of law that's going to be documented. I guarantee you, if anybody asks these cops, are the field sobriety tests optional, they'll lie or they'll give a vague answer. Field sobriety tests are 100% optional, and all you're doing is giving them, if you've had anything to drink, all you're doing is giving them evidence to arrest you. Any criminal defense attorney in the state of California will tell you to never, 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 ever submit to a field sobriety test. They do the field sobriety test to give them probable cause to arrest you under suspicion of DUI. Otherwise, they just have to go on a whim. And that's what happened in Mr. Checkpoint in Santa Monica about 10 years ago. He refused to do the field sobriety test, so they arrested him, which they, you know, you can do. It's a false arrest. And he sued the city of Santa Monica and won $70,000 for spending a night in jail. Here's a brief clip of Mr. Checkpoint getting falsely arrested in the city of Santa Monica, and the cop is clearly lying to him, and he turns around and sues and wins $70,000. If you haven't checked out Mr. Checkpoint, the guy's a beast. He's funny, he's entertaining, he's a great activist, man. Go check him out.
But make sure that we always film the police. Let's listen to the audio from December 23rd when I was driving and pulled over by Officer Kobe Arnold.
You had anything to drink tonight?
No.
You don't take any medications or anything?
No, not today.
No or no?
No, I said.
Okay. Do me a favor, just follow my fingertip with your eyes. Don't
Do
move
I
your
have
head.
to do this?
Yes, you do.
By law?
Yes, you do.
I don't think I do.
Want me to take you to jail for DUI?
I haven't done a thing.
Exactly. You're required by law to submit to
A field
DUI
sobriety
investigation.
test? No, I don't.
What's that?
I said I'm not required by law to do a field sobriety test.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Says who?
Well, can I get...
Are you a lawyer? Are you a lawyer?
That has nothing to do with this. I don't by law have to do a field sobriety test.
Yes, you do.
No, I do
You
not.
signed it. You signed
Okay,
the
well,
paperwork
I would
when
like
you
to
got your
speak with
driver's
someone.
license.
I'm telling you, I do not. That's incorrect, officer.
Okay, so you want me to take you to jail then for refusing to do a field
Okay.
sobriety test and
Okay.
for drunk driving?
Yeah.
So if I can't
So
examine
then
you,
take me to jail.
if I
Okay.
can't examine you, then I'm gonna say you're drunk.
Okay.
Okay, step out of the car.
Do I have to?
If I'm gonna take you to jail, yes.
So I'm going to jail right now?
If you're gonna refuse to do a field sobriety test, yes, because I have nothing else to go on. So I'm assuming you're drunk based
Why
on your
would you
appearance,
assume I'm
your
drunk?
bloodshot, watery eyes.
My bloodshot watery eyes?
Yes. It's a simple test, sir.
That I don't have to do by law.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Where the hell did you learn that from?
Well, that's the law, officer.
Says who?
That's the law. Says who? I don't know who writes laws. I'm not a... I don't know. That's
So you're refusing to take tests for me?
a field sobriety test.
Yes.
I'm refusing, yes.
You are
I'm
refusing.
refusing a field sobriety test, yes.
Okay, step out of the car for me.
For what?
For drunk driving. I'm arresting you for drunk driving because you're refusing to take any tests, answer any of my
Can I
questions.
park my car
No,
in
you can't. I'm going to be towing your car.
Can I
Step
call...
out of the car.
Can I bring anything with me or no?
You're going to jail.
Do I bring my wallet or no?
Sure, you have it on you.
My
Step out.
phone?
No.
I leave that phone?
Step out of the car. Step out of the car.
My dogs are in the car.
I'll give you. I'll take them to the kennel.
So they're gonna go to the pound?
Yes.
Why would my dogs go to the pound?
Because they're not going to be left in the car where they'll end up dying. So they'll go to the pound until somebody can pick them up. And if nobody picks them up, they'll get adopted. Hopefully. Obviously, they're handcuffs. They're not supposed to be.
It happened right here at the corner of Centinela and Santa Monica. He was making, admittedly, an illegal right-hand turn. But he says when he saw the lights start flashing behind him, he grabbed his phone, he hit record, and then he pulled over.
You had anything to drink tonight?
Senate Devermont posted the audio with his own transcription on YouTube the night a Santa Monica police officer pulled him over. It's had more than 1 million views. In it, Devermont denies having anything to drink that night. And when the officer asks him to perform a field sobriety test, he refuses.
Do I have to do this?
Yes, you do.
By law?
Yes, you do.
I don't think I do.
It's what happened next that's detailed in the court filing that leads to Devermont's $70,000 settlement from the city.
If I can't examine you, then I'm going to say you're drunk.
I imagine this is something that happens quite a few times, but it's not actually captured on a recording.
We took the court papers to the American Civil Liberties Union of Southern California, who applauded Devermont for having the foresight to use his phone to record the conversation.
But here, the officer said that the speech was slurred and that the plaintiff was being antagonistic. But by reviewing the recording, the judge was able to make his own assessment that the plaintiff's speech was in fact not slurred, and that if anyone was being antagonistic during this encounter, it was the officer.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Where the hell did you learn that from?
Well, That's the law, officer.
The judge writes that Deverment simply and calmly asserts his right not to perform any field sobriety tests, but the officer,
I have nothing else to go on. So I'm assuming you're drunk.
arrested him anyway. He spent that night in jail, but a blood test proved he hadn't been drinking. 3 years later, Deverment used that evidence and his cell phone to finally settle the case with the city.
Certainly this night, the footage was worth $70,000.
And the ACLU says that you can refuse a field sobriety test, but if there is reasonable suspicion that you've been drinking, you can also be arrested. In this case, though, the judge believes that this person was taken into custody as retaliation for denying those field sobriety tests. Now, we tried to reach out to the city of Santa Monica and to the police department. Neither one of them got back to us for this story.
Excuse me, sir. Sir? Is that your reference?
It is.
All of the food and drink are 100% optional.
Can I tell her that she can quit at any time?
Hey, Tawny! Tawny, let's stop this. Stop.
Whenever we're ready, let's stop.
They're going to try to intimidate you. Why are we saying we don't want to field sobriety or option?
The field sobriety test is given to determine the extent to which alcohol and/or drugs have been carried or mental or physical processes. The refusal to submit to all or part of the test will be commented on in court, and a jury will be instructed that the refusal may show a consciousness of guilt. Would you still like to terminate the test?
This is 100% intimidation and retaliation for standing up for your rights. The cop then proceeds to say, well, judging by my observations thus far, I think you're intoxicated and you're going to be arrested anyway. So why don't we just submit to a field sobriety test anyway? And they'll always use the angle of, listen, if you're not drunk, you're going to get off scot-free and then you can drive home and have a great night. So never fall for it. It's an absolute ploy and a tactic. And watch how long it takes for her to actually be free from this field sobriety test. It's almost 10 minutes. So here's the part where the cop is saying that they're going to probably arrest her for suspicion regardless. Look at all these cops getting upset. Ta-da! Here comes the supervisor, Jorge Asaguera. Don't worry, he only costs the taxpayers $302,000 per year. Look at, here's the intimidation. There's 3 cops here. Look at this cop. Look at this cop over here intimidating this guy. Look at this sergeant. He's telling him to get away. He's telling them to move back. Look at this. You guys watching this? The sergeant with the black hat? He's forcing the husband back. He's forcing the husband away from his wife because he's giving her legal advice not to take the test. This is 100% intimidation by LAPD. This is what they do on an hourly basis. Field sobriety tests are 100% voluntary. Why would you give them a case against you? Chat, you guys, how many times have you seen this before, chat? They are 100% optional. She is trying to revoke her consent, and he's desperately trying to talk her out of it. The sergeant is intimidating the husband and moving him physically back because he knows that the husband knows what he's talking about. So meet Brandon Young of Traffic Division. He only costs us $238,000 a year. Don't worry. Watch him cop-splain over and over and over again. It is mind-numbing. I guarantee you he threatened the husband with PC 148A1. The short version of PC 148A1 is resisting arrest or obstructing or delaying a peace officer. Otherwise known as contempt of cop. He is completely out of verbal range of his wife.
Yes, I will basically, don't be too and basically, go ahead and give you an option to
Yep. Thank you, John Schoner. Yeah, the field sobriety tests are 100% voluntary. You guys know that? Field sobriety tests are not legal in all states. They are legal in California, but the field sobriety tests, you are giving them evidence against you. I can't. It's a waiver. I'll get arrested. So she tried to revoke consent. We're 5 minutes into her trying to revoke consent, and this cop will not let up on her.
And if you choose to terminate it, you'll still be required to. And it is up to you. That's purely voluntary.
I think he's telling her that they're going to arrest her regardless.
But basically, like, it is for me to help me or your divided attention, basically.
I'm going to go get that sergeant's info. That cop moved that guy back 80 feet. She's still trying to revoke consent, and the cop will, he's still talking. The cop is still talking. We're over 5 minutes long with her trying to revoke consent on this field sobriety test. Thank you, Fashe. There's the sergeant running from me. Sergeant, what's your name and serial number?
Yeah, Osagara, 34236.
34236.
Yeah, I know. This is very confusing.
So most police departments go by a badge number. The badge numbers get recycled within the LAPD, so you should go by their serial number, which is a unique employee ID, and I get crap for this all the time. Like, what are they, a robot? No, LAPD goes by serial numbers, and that serial number becomes their work email address. So try to keep up, boomers.
Yeah,
Take a walk with me. Do this out of earshot. We're live right now. I'm not putting you or your son on. I only put your wife's back.
Okay.
This is classic LAPD intimidation. He moved you back 80 feet from your wife because you were trying to give her some legal advice.
Yeah.
That cop is still talking to your wife 7 minutes after she tried to revoke her consent.
Yeah, I know.
So
It's very frustrating.
and look at this sergeant.
No, he kept pushing me back. and
Exactly.
standing
No,
in
I
front
saw.
of
I
me
got
and
the
my
whole thing on
wife.
camera.
I'm just like,
Here, come back a little further. So these guys, listen, I'm 55 years old in a week. I was raised that the cops are the good guys and this and that and the other. I've had a YouTube channel for 4 years because cops are out of control. I'm pointing this down to. Yeah, no, look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Asagera, get back to work. Don't you have a scene to work? Don't you have a scene to work, Asagera? Somebody tell me how much Asagera makes. Oseguera. Tell me how much. I guarantee you this guy makes $250 a year. Guaranteed. Are you a detective or sergeant? That was the question. Asagera will be running interference for the duration of this couple's time on scene. Just watch for yourself. Money well spent. Yeah. Here, come walk with me somewhere. We're not done. We'll see if Asagera follows us. All the masks get put on when the camera shows up too. Probably 40%, over 40% of cops and fire department haven't taken the vaccine. Sorry to spit out more facts here, but thank God the LAPD and the fire department show up to infect and serve. So, look at this. Look at this. Look at this, kids. Absolute intimidation by LAPD. He makes $302,000 a year. Look at him. Look at him. He's chomping at the bit down there. He told you he was going to arrest you for interference, right?
Well, he was implying.
Absolutely.
He kept pushing me back.
Absolutely.
They pushed me back where I couldn't even communicate with her.
Right. Yeah, he pushed you back 80 feet.
Yeah, as she was looking in
California
distress.
Penal Code 148A1. I've been arrested for it a bunch. I have pending charges currently under that. It is the resisting arrest and interfering with a peace officer. That is their go-to. That is their contempt of cop charge that they always go to. So, Asagera, you're doing a great job. I don't care what anybody else says, all right? They all know me. And this is why I spend my Friday night volunteering my time to come out and everybody that respects the police is one bad police encounter away from picking up a camera. Look, Oseguera's back. He's followed us everywhere that we've gone. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already, man. Thank you.
Right back in. Fell back into the car. Alright, so let me help you out of the car.
She's the lady's inside the trailer. She's sitting down on the other side of the top. No, they have the van. They have a white Ford or Chevy van. It's like a 14-passenger van. You want me to try to get the husband in the chat? I don't know if she's cuffed or not. She's getting red now. Oseguera is in there trying to intimidate her further. Husband's not in the chat, so I suggested it to him. No, I guarantee you they're going to arrest her. That's what the cop that was performing the field sobriety test was saying. You know, you've done enough to show me that you're impaired. Blah blah blah. So here we are, the fire hydrant. So this is just south on Van Nuys Boulevard. Here are two police vehicles, not only parked in a red zone, but blocking a fire hydrant. So you and I would get ticketed and towed for such an offense. You know, cops are third responders. Remember, it's fire department first, ambulance second, and cops third. Stop calling them first responders. They show up third to every call. Want to give a shout out to Johnny F. Face. He's the one that coined that term in the chat a few weeks back, and it is gold, baby. It is gold. So my GoPro battery quit on me mid-conversation, reverting back to the live stream. This is why you have multiple sources of cameras running. Also, please pay attention to the chat in the far right screen here. It is absolute gold. If you guys have not been a part of Johnny 5-0 Live to see these instances happen live, you have no idea what you're missing, and the hilarity and entertainment value is just through the roof. Detective, do you have, is your body-worn camera running? It is? I don't see the light on. Is that yes? That was a question. How about this officer? Is his body-worn camera running? Can you identify that officer for me? You're the supervisor, aren't you? That was a question. Osawara, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. You made $74,000 in overtime last year. It's all public information. So you guys, I'm pretty sure Osawara's lying to me because the body-worn cameras have a different special light on them. Just remember, guys, in all of my arrests, I'm grateful that my criminal defense attorney gave me some really good, solid legal advice. One of which is never talk to the police. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law, remember. So this is where Casa Vega sits outside of the trailer and tries to intimidate me for filming. Remember, he moved the husband back 80 feet because he was trying to instruct his wife to revoke consent on the field sobriety test. Osawara moved him 80 feet back so he could no longer communicate with his wife because he was giving her solid legal advice. These are the heroes that we have working for us at LAPD for $302,000 a year, Osawega. $74,000 in overtime. You guys can go to transparentcalifornia.com and look up Osawara's information. It's all there for fun and for free. That was a California Supreme Court case that got public officials So, all right, so we have 362 people in the live chat. I think a criminal defense attorney is going to have a field day, a jury trial on this DUI case, watching Casa Vega push back the husband 80 feet so he can no longer communicate with his wife. That's going to look great in front of a jury. The defense attorney is going to have a field day. Absolute police intimidation. The husband was trying to give solid legal advice to his wife, and Osawega, who makes $302,000 a year, wouldn't allow it. Officer in the vest.
Yes, sir.
Can I get your name and serial number?
Yes, sir. It's John and 37737.
What, 377?
37.
37. What's the last name?
It's John.
John?
Yes, sir.
How do you spell that?
It's J-E-O-N.
J-E-O-N? Okay. Is your body-worn camera on?
I just turned it on.
Okay, but it was on for the entire field sobriety test and stuff? Okay, great, thank you. I actually did hear him turn it off, so I did hear that beeping sound that it does. All right, we got a little critter. We got a little critter. Oh, we got multiple critters. Who wants a new friend? So ultimately, this woman was arrested and booked into Van Nuys jail, which is walking distance from this checkpoint here at Van Nuys Boulevard, just south of Van Owen. So my work was done here, and I gave the husband my phone number, told him to reach out if he wanted to, have his defense attorney reach out so they can get a copy of this video. Always film the police, you guys. It could be a lifesaver, both literally and figuratively. So thank you all for being here. Thanks for watching the video. Shout out to all the moderators in the live chat that really keep the engine running well. I really, really, really appreciate you guys, and I don't say it enough. If you enjoy the content, you want to find your way back, please hit the subscribe button. You can also hit the bell icon to receive all updates to the channel. Memberships are available to help support the channel. There are several different tiers available. Also, please go check out johnny50.com. It's my site where I feature content that is beyond YouTube friendly. It's annual subscription of $25 will get you plenty of content that you will not find here on this YouTube channel. Also, there is a 1 hour plus video of Eric Brandt running amok in the city of Las Vegas that could not be shown here. There's only an edited 3-minute teaser that I have up on my channel. That's all that YouTube would allow. Check out the live channel where this was all streamed live. It's a secondary channel where we go around the city listening to the scanner for calls and DUI checkpoints. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Also, if you're looking for subscribers to your channel, please leave a comment along the lines of looking for subs, something along that lines. We like to share the wealth here on this channel. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. I love all of you, except that one guy.